2000 Dodge Ram, 1 ton. I'm going to take the tranny out, 6-speed manual. Alright, so first thing you're going to do, pop this thing out. Okay, then you got this 8mm, one here, and one here is already gone. So this has probably been out before, or someone had the center console out. Alright, after you get this thing pulled up here, you're going to come down here with a 19mm and break this loose right here, and then unscrew the shifter off of here, and this whole piece will come out of here. Then we'll take this cover off right here with all of these to get to the four that hold the shifter in the top of the transmission. Alright, take this whole thing, set it over there. Okay, now you're wide open to take the next rubber boot off. Now with that boot off, now we're down to these 4 here, and the whole shifter will come out of the top. And look at this. That looks like synchros dusted up and coming out of this thing. I guess you can't see it because I can't hold it still enough, but this thing looks loose. Definitely moving. And there's stuff coming out of the top of it. Look at that. That looks like synchronizer. We'll get this off of here and see what it looks like. So this is what the shifter looks like. Get it out of there. That little piece goes into there. And it's crazy because all the synchronizers are eating. It looks like it probably ran low on fluid, but you can see the brass in there in the shifter cup. So anyway, we need to get this, pull this tranny out. This is just the first step. All right, here we are underneath. First thing we're going to do is take off this rear drive shaft. Then we're going to take this cover off, this off, cross member comes out, front drive shaft. It's getting repetitive, I know. It's a manual, so then after that it's just transmission belt housing bolts that come out. So we'll get started on this. Now that we got those things off, we take this out of the way. This cross member, it has 4 bolts on both sides, and you have to go in through these holes to get to the nuts. So I usually use an impact over here and then hold the other side, which is a 13. Alright, so on these Dodges, these cross members are super hard to get out because they are pinched in between the frame. So even when you have everything loose, it will not come out. So I use this, it's called a porta power. This is like a jack, and this is a hydraulic piston. And so it spreads right here. So when I get all the bolts out of the cross member, then I spread this frame apart, and then that cross member just comes right out. Otherwise, man, it's a pain. All right, next in line, front drive shaft. Front bolts here, 16mm here. Next thing, after the drive shaft's out, we're going to take the clutch slave off. 2 13s right here. Alright, after that's out of there, then we're going to get a jack and put under the transmission and take this transfer case off. And that's going to be this nut. I think there's 5 or 6 of them to take that transfer case off. All right, after you got the transfer case off, next thing, bell housing bolts. Take them off, this thing's gonna slide back, come right down. All right, so that's it. 6-speed manual. That's the clutch. That's it. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next one.